Hi everybody. It is Saturday and it has been a very busy day. I ran errands for almost all day. So I am so excited. We're looking at my closet in my bathroom that's supposed to be a washer and dryer someday. I want to put one of those apartment sized stacked washer and dryers in here someday. But for right now it has been storage up to the ceiling. That's my on-demand water heater there. So I am so excited that today I finally picked up a tiny little chest freezer. It was hard to decide whether to get a really tiny chest freezer or they make tall, narrow, small, upright freezers. I got the little tiny chest freezer mostly because it's less expensive by about half of the other one I was looking at. And it's a little smaller too, so it's not exactly the best comparison. So I cleaned this area out. This had been a dog food tub container, a big trash can where the chicken food is kept, a whole bunch of other stuff. Because I've been here over a year and a half. Oh my gosh, and I'm still not unpacked and organized. But for right now, the little freezer is going to go in here. I hope that this is enough space with that box there. So this box has my paints and stains. Paints from the house walls, from construction, stains from staining a raised bed, some stains from the deck. Those kinds of things are in that box. I would like to leave those there until I get the washer and dryer. And then you see I have the deck spray thing and different supplies, and there's some plant food containers and stuff like that in there. So I think that this is wide enough to get the freezer in here. It's very small. And I'm also going to I bought casters, no mark large casters. And so I hope to put casters on either one of my small, what are they called? Skids? Pallet. One of my small pallets. And then that way I can roll it in here and roll it out. I can move it easily if I need to get to this stuff on this back side. That's storage. So it's like toilet paper, extra shampoos and soaps and some extra laundry detergent, things like that. So extra things I have in there. So this is what I'm up to today. I hope to get that pallet made, or some kind of like a pallet with casters, so that I can move it in and out of here. But it's been a long day already. Ooh, I'm getting tired. I am so excited. Now, of course, the setup will have to change when I can finally afford the washer and dryer, because that won't be enough room. The washer and dryer will take up most of this. But for now, this is where I have the appropriate outlet with the right sized amp for a freezer. I would like to eventually put the freezer next to the refrigerator in the kitchen, but I don't think that the outlet is enough to run both a refrigerator and a freezer if they both kick on at the same time. So, I'm not an expert, but I do know that when things like refrigerators kick on, they draw more amps or whatever. They draw more power when they first kick on than when they just run. So they would probably be okay unless they both kicked on at the same time. And then I'm worried it would be too many amps for just one outlet. So that's why I'm putting it in here for now, until my friend from Baltimore can come visit and help me. He can run more wiring or whatever I would need in the kitchen to put it next to the refrigerator. But for now, I'm going to try to squeeze it in here. I'm so excited. I'll have a place to put my venison, because right now my freezer is full. My refrigerator freezer is completely full. And I have some quail I would like to process and put in the freezer. It's going to come up to time, maybe I'll put vegetables or whatever in the freezer. And right now my freezer is completely packed. I don't even have ice cube trays in there right now because it's so packed. And I really like to have ice cube trays. So this is my project for today so far, among many others. Well, good news. I got the little freezer unloaded from the truck and into the house, it wasn't a huge big deal because I can back right up to my deck by my front door. And so this is the packaging from the top of the freezer, and that is just the slightest smidge bigger than the freezer. So fantastic, it will fit in the space. Next step, to put the casters on, we'll cut down one of my small pallets and put casters on it, and hopefully I'm not very good at getting the right size, the size that I want when I build things or cut things. So hopefully I can keep it at this correct size so the pallet caster thingamajig will fit. So fingers crossed, but the freezer itself will fit in this space. Yay! Okay, this is one of the small pallets that my friend brought to me. And so I think that if I can cut it accurately enough, this is going to be perfect. I wanted a smidge off the floor, so I'll put the casters in here, in this side, and maybe have the slightest bit of storage, a little teeny tiny bit, some storage underneath this contraption. And I won't have to do any, I'll just have to cut this part off, and then it'll still have the spots for the casters. Now, it is too wide, unless I put it that way. What happens if I put it, I'd have to cut it that way too. Oops, I'm not watching what I'm doing with the phone. Yeah, so it looks like if I cut it here, but then I'll have to reattach that in there. Cut it there, and just along here, and I'll have the right size. It looks like, you guys, cross your fingers for me. I'm not so good at this stuff. So I don't know if you guys saw the video or not, I tried to put casters on the quail hutch, and that was a nightmare. These are heavy duty, no skid mark casters, and they swivel. And I got hopefully the right size screws, and I got washers, hopefully the right size to go with the screws, just in case the screw head is too small that it pulls through there. Hopefully I can figure this out. Woohoo, almost success. I've got it cut down. I've got it reattached with these two pieces here that I had missing because I cut it down. It is very close to the correct size. Ended up slightly larger over there, but that's okay. It's getting cold and it's dark out here, so I'm going to take it in to put the casters on. Yay! Okay, the casters are on. I didn't read the little packaging. There were only 12, and if there's 4 holes and 4 things, that's 16. But that's okay because... Willie, are you kidding me? Just wait a second, please. Oh my gosh, my dog. Quit. Just a minute. The washers ended up to be overkill anyway because I guessed correctly on the sizes of the head of the screw. I am horrible at guessing what size I need. So I'm thrilled that I got the right size to fit through and the right size head to hold it. So the washers were overkill, but I still used them just to be safe because I can't screw them in straight. So yay, the casters are on. Now I'm going to go try to finish unboxing the freezer and get it on this and get it into the closet. Yay, I'm moving right along. Good thing because it's past my bedtime. Yay, I did it! It is on the casters, on the little pallet cart I made. There might be a little bit of room under here for storage. I should measure that so I can tell you how high it is under there. I can move it so easily. Now, I hit the rug out there in the living room and it almost slid off. So I'll have to be careful because I don't have any like rails or whatever to hold it on. It's just flat. And so if I hit something really hard, it's going to slide off maybe. I wanted to show you the inside, but I had to move that because the lid won't open. But otherwise it fits in here nice. Okay, hold on. Let me move that basket. Okay, now I can get into it. I just had to move some things and push that basket back, and now it opens. Ta-da! I plan on getting, this basket didn't come with it. I plan on getting a couple of baskets so I can keep things separate, like rolls of sausage or my venison. It came with this basket. I looked all over to get some more wire baskets today, some coated wire baskets. I could not find any. I went to so many different stores for so many different errands. Couldn't find any. But I'd love to have more wire baskets. But yeah, so I'm going to get more baskets of some kind so I can keep organized and sorted. I am so thrilled. Now, it rolls super easy. As I open it and shut it, it's rolling. I had wanted locking casters, but the ones that they had at the store, I tried so many of them with my hands, and I thought probably even with my feet, they moved so hard that I thought I'm not going to get them to lock and unlock anyway, so I just didn't bother with the extra cost because they were so difficult to use. But there's my freezer. Let me get the book or something so I can tell you. I think it's, the box says 5 cubic feet, but if you look for it online, I got it at Lowe's. Not sponsored, nothing like that. It's a Hot Point. I wanted, I said I kind of wanted one of those skinny stand-up freezers, and I didn't get that because this was half the price, a little bit less than half the price. But I also wanted a garage-ready freezer, which means they can be in extreme heat and extreme cold outside. Yeah, I may put a link in the description box. I have a friend who writes reviews, and I think she wrote a how-to how her husband made theirs garage ready and what garage ready is. I'll see if I can find that and include that. But right now I'm on a tight budget, and so this is what I've got, and I'm so excited. So excited. I can't wait to get some of my things from my refrigerator freezer moved into here. I waste food sometimes because I don't freeze it. I put it in the refrigerator. I don't get back to eating it like leftovers and things. I would like to be able to save some of my vegetables for when I make vegetable broth, that kind of thing. So I'm so excited to have this, and you see how easy it's rolling. Well, maybe you do. Yeah. So I'm going to have to figure that out because it rolls so easily. But yay, I am very excited about this. I got 2 El Cheapo laundry baskets from Dollar General. I'm going to stack them on here. One is going to hold bed sheets and the other one will hold clean towels. Because then that way it'll be storage, but then I can move it off of here easily when I want to get things out of it. So why did I get such a super small freezer that doesn't hold very much? I'm just one person. I'm on a tight budget. I don't have any kind of space to put a really large freezer at this point in time. And so I got this teeny tiny one, and I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. Okay. Thank you, everyone. See ya.